passive income. I mean, $500 per month, who doesn't want that? And in a year, you can be earning 3.75 ETH or $6,502. The biggest issue with running your own validator on Ethereum 2.0 blockchain at the moment is it's not one button push solution. It does require quite a bit of technical skill, and a lot of things can go wrong. 32 ETH is definitely a large chunk of money for most people. At the moment, it's around 50 or even 60K US dollars. And with things possibly going wrong, losing your private keys to being slashed and many other occurrences that can happen that can cause you to lose your funds, there definitely has to be a better way to handling this. So that's why I would like to share with you a pretty awesome service called Bloxstaking. Even though they're a sponsor of this channel, I'm a big fan of the service, and they've got a really awesome solution to allow you to stake your 32 ETH in a simple, safe and easy way. First and foremost, what I think is pretty awesome is that the Blox team has received an Ethereum grant for expediting the development of an audited implementation of the secret shared validator configuration, also known as SSV. And this is very important for the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain. The reason why SSV is so important is because it will help secure and decentralize ETH staking by splitting the signing keys in a trustless and secure way. Stakers will be able to enjoy unparalleled security and validator performance without compromising their private keys, and this can only be done using SSV. I think it's pretty awesome that the Blox team is working towards this, and they received the grant from the Ethereum Foundation, so that adds a lot of credibility to the team. This is also really interesting for people that have less than 32 ETH, because SSV will allow for completely decentralized block staking pools, which will probably be rolled out somewhere around Q3 2021, and that will allow people to stake less than 32 ETH in a completely trustless and decentralized way. Ethereum 1.0 moving to Ethereum 2.0 means a transition from proof of work to proof of stake. That means no more miners. Instead of miners, you're going to have validators. That might be you. And these validators are basically attesting and proposing for new blocks, thus securing the Ethereum 2.0 network. Becoming a validator on the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain is serious business, and it shouldn't be taken lightly, because as soon as your validator is running, you're actively securing the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain and ensuring the future for Ethereum. Ethereum 2.0 beacon chain went live on the 1st of December 2020, and thus staking became active. Next up is very likely the merge. Now, of course, this can change depending on what the developers decide to do, but this will likely happen in Q4 2021 or Q1 2022. And what this merge actually means is that Ethereum 1.0 will be put onto the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain. Thus, proof of work becomes proof of stake. In order to become a validator, you have to lock up 32 ETH. It's definitely quite a bit of money for most retail investors. And that stake is to ensure that you don't do anything malicious on the network. If you start doing some malicious activities, your stake, your 32 ETH can be slashed and you get kicked off of the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain. It's a type of insurance to show and make sure that all the validators are nice validators and not malicious ones. Staking returns, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are really interested in knowing how much you can actually make. I mean, I did say at the beginning of the video 11%, and that's an average APY that was calculated based on the rewards on Beacon Chain. And I think one of the biggest benefits of staking ETH is that you receive ETH in return for your services. And the amount of staking rewards is based on the amount of ETH that is locked up on the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain. I've made a few videos on the staking rewards. I'll link it up here. But in a nutshell, the more ETH that is staked on Ethereum 2.0, the less rewards there will be. What you can do is go on to Beacon Chain/calculator. Here you can add the amount of ETH that you're staking. In a day, you would receive 0.03%. the return would be $17 per day, and ETH reward would be 0.01. And in a week, that would be 0.23, so $124 per week, or $552 per month, which is 1%. I think this is pretty awesome passive income. I mean, $500 per month, who doesn't want that? And in a year, you can be earning 3.75 ETH or $6,502, which is at around 11.73%. You won't be getting any type of similar returns in the traditional financial world. And in my opinion, this is relatively safe. And the awesome thing is that these 11.73%, it's based on ETH. That means you'll be getting this amount in ETH, and then hopefully the more demand there is for ETH and the less supply there is for ETH, the higher the price of ETH will be, and thus your rewards in US dollar valuation will also be a lot higher. How can I become a validator on Ethereum 2.0 blockchain? First of all, you're going to have more than 32 ETH. You're also going to have some ETH to cover the gas costs in order to send the 32 ETH onto the Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract. And then you've got basically two types of solutions. First of all, what you can do is do it yourself staking. You can run a validator client like Prism or Teku. There's also a few other ones like Lighthouse and Nimble. Then you're going to have an ETH2 and ETH1 node. So I've made a few videos. You can actually check them out above on how to run your Prism validator on the testnet. The second option you have to becoming a validator is using a service like Bloxstaking. Now, there are many other staking solutions, but most of them are custodial or semi-custodial, meaning you have to actually give them your private keys and hope and trust that your private keys are safe with them. But in my opinion, DeFi and staking, all of that should be trustless. That's why I recommend only going with a non-custodial staking solution, meaning you always retain control over your private keys. Bloxstaking provides a non-custodial Ethereum 2.0 staking solution, and it leverages Prism for anyone with 32 ETH to become a validator. So Bloxstaking follows the following objectives: being truly non-custodial, meaning users retain complete control over their ETH and their private keys; 2, easy to use, no coding knowledge required to stake. So this is really awesome, and it allows many people to start staking without having these high technical barriers. And 3 is extreme security, meaning that every component is built with security-driven development. Let's have a look at the 3 main components of Bloxstaking so you can understand how it works under the hood. The first one is a desktop app, which is Blox Live, and it's basically the gateway to non-custodial staking on ETH2. It incorporates a validator monitoring dashboard, key management, and Key Vault remote signer management. The second main component is Blox Infra. Blox Infra is a cluster of ETH1 and ETH2 nodes that ensure a sustained communication to the Key Vault remote signers. Last but not least is Blox Key Vault. Key Vault is a remote signer powered by HashiCorp, and it fulfills the following 3 responsibilities. You've got validator key management, executing validator signing duties, and slashing protection. And I think slashing protection is one of the most important parts for a validator, and it ensures that your funds are not cut in half due to accidental malicious activities on the Ethereum 2.0 blockchain. Bloxstaking introduced a new Validator Import feature, and I think this is pretty awesome because that means that anyone that already has a validator running on their system or on a VPS can easily import their validator into Bloxstaking and benefit from their security and key vault. Now, if you are a person that already has a validator, what I highly recommend that you do is you actually check out the video in the link below where a user is actually showing the step-by-step process of importing his validator into Bloxstaking. It's really simple, and as you can see, the video is only 7 minutes long, so that's already an indicator that it's a pretty easy process. It's easy to use. Bloxstaking makes staking on Ethereum 2.0 very easy, seamless, with no coding knowledge required. The barrier to entry to staking on Ethereum becomes a lot lower thanks to this type of service. Make sure to check out Bloxstaking by clicking on the link in the description below. And what I highly recommend that you do is give the block staking solution a test ride by sending ETH to the permanent Ethereum testnet before you actually start sending some ETH to the official Ethereum 2.0 deposit contract. Here's a list of beginner's guides to get you started. With that said, I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.